Hello, YouTube. This is Greg Freyman from Freyman CPA, bringing you another great segment brought to you by Atlanta Business Accountants, where our motto is your success is our success all day, every day. Now, remember, guys, we always want to bring great topics your way because we care. And we know that not everybody out there can afford a fancy accounting team like us. So it's important for everybody to be able to share information out there in the internet world and benefit. This is what the technology is all about these days. So anyway, without further ado, today I just wanted to talk to you about something called a tax compliance check and why it's important and why you should look into this for yourself. All right. Sitting across my table, many a times I've had individuals or businesses that would hire us as their accountants. And the very first thing that we do is basically a compliance check. So compliance check is where we become the representatives for that client and we obtain a power of attorney for tax purposes only for that client on that client's behalf. And we reach out to the taxing authority, the government agent bodies, basically the IRS and the state, and do a compliance check. And what that means is we're actually going to run that power of attorney, become the authorized representatives on the account, call them up and say, hey, is there anything wrong with our client's account? Is there any unfiled forms? Is there any outstanding balances? Were there certain elections that the client thought that they have elected and filed that weren't actually accepted by the tax authority that now need to be handled and resolved? So this is really important because, and I'll give you a few examples. When you start a relationship with an accounting team, because this happens a lot in business for whatever reason, it's nobody's fault. Nobody's saying it's the prior accountant or the client should have known better. It just happens. It's what does happen either with businesses or individuals or estates and trusts, but it does tend to happen. And basically, a great example of when things go wrong is, for example, somebody hires us and they've been filing as an S corporation for multiple years, but their S election was not accepted by the tax authority, by the IRS or the state, or either or. Because in some states you have to actually apply with both the federal and the state level to obtain the S status. So in case you missed it, I'll reference a few great videos below, but an S corporation is you're not like automatically starting up an S corporation. You either form an LLC first or a regular C corporation, and then you elect to be taxed as an S corporation, as a pass-through entity. And that's a process. So you need to file a form with the governing body. Basically, for the IRS, it's 2553 election, and you need to submit that over to the IRS, and they have to accept it. And once they accept it, they send it to you. They send you a letter of acceptance that basically says, hey, now you're an S corp, now you have reasonable compensation requirements, and so on and so forth. So it's really important to obtain that letter. Until you have that letter, you cannot automatically assume that you're granted that S status. And you can't go about doing business as if you were an S corporation until you're very confident that you've received that letter of acceptance. And many times when we onboard, we need to obtain organizational documents from our clients to make sure that things like the S election was accepted if it actually applies to that client. And if it hasn't, that's when we do a compliance check. But either way, we like to do compliance check anyway because, like I said, it might not be anybody's fault in particular, but somebody might have not filed payroll forms. Somebody else missed a few sales tax forms, or they're getting notices and it's going to an old address. They're not aware of it. So a myriad of things can have happened between hiring a new accountant and that business or that person's tax history. So we want to put out any fires and address any issues right off the bat and basically stop the bleeding, stop any more issues from accruing, any more penalties and interest from accruing, and help the client. That's one of the first things that we do when we start a new relationship with an individual or a business. So that's it. Just wanted to bring some of that to light. If you've never done a tax compliance check and you've been through multiple accountants, or you feel like something wasn't handled properly either by the payroll company or by a prior accountant or something of that sort, then I would urge you to contact your accounting team, or if you're hiring a new accountant, definitely inquire about a tax compliance check. I know that some accountants definitely should be doing this. I don't know how many actually do. We do this, and we actually take multiple steps to ensure that our clients get the best experience and the best service, really, that they're that they're this what's the word I'm looking for, that they're entitled to. Thank you. Yep. So that's it pretty much. Just wanted to quickly speak about the tax compliance check. If you haven't done it, I would definitely look into it, especially if you suspect that there might be something looming. All right, this is Greg Freyman bringing you a quick and short video today on tax compliance checks and why you should do them. Again, give us a like, a subscribe if you feel that our content is of value to you. We appreciate each and every single one of you out there. It means a lot to us. We love bringing great new content. Leave a comment if you want to see something, if you're interested in any tax topics, or want to see us bring anything to light with our experience. Please just leave us a couple of comments, let us know, and we'll get around to it, and definitely bring something for our viewers to watch and enjoy and to learn something new. All right, thank you again, and we'll talk later. Bye.